Hey beautiful, it's your Jimmylee. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. Stay tuned until the end because I got something that's going to help you feel, look, and be a better you than you've been in a while. So we're going to do that at the end of the show, so stay tuned. I'm excited to tell you about it. One of the things that I have done throughout my life is experimented in, as we talked before, the doggy clothes, the men's, the women's, the kids. But one thing I haven't really touched on is men's clothing. So that's kind of where I started off at, making men's suits, overcoats, dress shirts, pants, ties. I think I did it all. Loved it. I felt that there was a little bit more freedom for me in the women's, so that's the direction I went in. But I want to talk about men's because I don't want a guy to feel left out. And being that I'm a custom designer, I've done it all when it came down to designing for different people in different races, religion. And I just wanted to go over that a little bit. For men, a lot of people ask me, how do you know when a guy looks gay? Or how do you look at, a metro guy that's dressing fashionable, and you know how I always say, dress within, dress from how you feel inside. Well, straight guys don't get mad, but you know it's true. A lot of you guys have this little soft side to you that you're afraid to show. Until you meet me. Until I design for you and I pull it out. I make you do the plaids, the pinks, the light blues. I do different things to make you realize that those feelings don't make you gay. It just makes you show yourself better. It's being able to let you be yourself. If you stop thinking gay, straight, metro, or all this, and you just start thinking fashion, comfortable, what's good for you, your fashion sense will change a little bit. Now, as a gay guy, it was important for me to be different. I don't know, I just felt like I felt different, so I wanted to look different. I learned throughout time that different is fabulous if that's how you feel inside. But not everybody feels like that. Some people want to blend, some people want to just be one of the guys. Well, let's talk about that. Okay, when is it good to wear jeans all the time? Jeans with sport coats, I have them on now. A suit coat. I like jeans because they move and they groove. I don't like them for weddings. I don't like them for dressy affairs, but I like them for even afternoon business meetings. I like them. Something dressy on the top. Now, a lot of people will ask me button down or no button down. Well, a button down if you want to have the buttons closed. You never have a button down and have them open. Doesn't make sense. It's not fashionable. A lot of people ask me single, double breasted, 2-button, 3-button. My favorite thing, if you don't have a tummy, is single breasted, 3-button. If you have a little bit of a tummy, I like single breasted, 2-button. I like to show just a little bit of a cuff. And that's like 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch, no more. Don't go, well, if I'm going like this, I'm not, no. A suit coat, they call it a monkey coat. So you kind of feel like a little bit, restrained, but you shouldn't, it still should be comfortable to you. People ask me all the time about lapels. There's a thing called English lapel. It's a smaller lapel. It's not tiny, but it's smaller. It's European. It's called English lapel. It's a better lapel for most men. We don't want to make our neck look too big or too small, so it's average. I like a vent in the back, so when you sit, your jacket doesn't get wrinkled. And do you know what a lot of people do is, how you have a vent and it's sewn on the bottom and you don't want to take those threads out. That's just so when they're packaging it, when they're selling it, when you're trying it on, they're not bending. But that thread is not supposed to be there. Always open your pockets. So if you have a little pocket in here, it's sewn closed. You don't keep it like that. You just put your finger in there and you push it and it will open. In your pockets and your lapel. The lapel's there for a reason. Always stick something in there. I don't care if it's a piece of cloth that you have just sitting there. Just push it in. You gather it like this, and you stick it in. There's nothing fancy about it. But it's there for a reason. And it adds a little characteristic to the jacket. Pants should always be non-pleated. A pant should always have a plain bottom. Guys, remember, when you do a cuff, you are saying, this is where my foot ends. So unless you're 6'4" or 5 or 3, it's nice to make our legs look as long as possible, so why cut you off? What's the length of a pant? It should always hit the back of your heel. So when you're getting measured, and you always do both legs, because we're all a little bit crooked. Everybody's a little bit crooked. You measure both legs, and it goes to the top of your back of your heel. That's how you know. I like a single break. That means in the front, it breaks just once. Not twice, not 3 times, just once. Just once is enough. It should be tapered on the bottom. I like it to be no more than 9 inches. And is tapered at 7.5 or 8. So that's 9 inches both ways. So you can figure that out. That would be 18 if you went all the way around. When you're measuring a pant, they go by outseam and inseam. So outseam would start from here and go all the way to the bottom. And inseam, you're actually going to pull it up a little bit and then measure from your finger down to the floor. Now, I'm 6 feet tall and I have long legs, but I don't like a long crotch. So I like it to be shorter. It makes me feel a little bit hip. So none of this is gay. None of this is straight. It's just fitting somebody. It's just you knowing your body. So I like when a guy looks fashion forward. Now people ask me all the time, how do you know when somebody looks gay in fashion? Or how do you know this? And I don't know. I don't have that gay sense. Because remember, gayness is just really just one little piece of me. There's a lot more. The biggest part of me is saved for God. And the rest of it is hopefully for my family and friends. There's a lot of love in there and a lot of different sides of me. And the gay thing is just one side. So when somebody says to me, you dress so gay, or that's a real gay thing, that's a little problem they have. Because that's a little bit of them judging me from just putting on a flower shirt makes me gay. No, I'm gay because that's who I am. That's who I was created to be. So don't be afraid to dress within yourself. You can never be overdressed. I go to functions and I like to be one of the best dressed there. As a designer, I think people expect it. People want to see what I'm going to wear. Who am I wearing? Most important, I'm wearing me. I'm wearing what I like. And remember one of our videos that we did, you put in one good piece. I have a Gucci belt on right now. That's my one good piece. So you can have all good pieces, but you don't need it all. You just need a little bit. Men want to know, one, neck-wise, how should it be? I don't like ties and I don't like bow ties. Do I do them? Absolutely. But I do it when I feel like in my heart that I need to show a different side of me. Most weddings, I do it open and then a nice piece of jewelry underneath. It's not gay, guys. It's just fashionable. How do you know what button to open up on? Well, if your chest is right here, it's usually about 2.5 to 3 inches up higher. That button should be buttoned, and then the rest of it should be open. Now, you can open one more. I would say in the hot days, summer days, if you got a good piece of jewelry, if you're trying to look a little Miami, a little bit from Miami or something, I'm cool with that. But as a fashion statement, I don't think you need to go that route. So for men, it is easy for us to dress because, we're so used to being at ease. And for women, it's a lot more difficult because they put a lot more thought into it. And I realize making men's clothing that, like I tell women all the time, I'm putting on a dress on them, they're loving it, but they still want to look at 10 different styles. But if I put a good blue suit on a man and it fits him well, that's it. I'm going to make it in gray, make it in black, and maybe a little pinstripe one. He's good. That doesn't make it, men indifferent, who's better, who's worse, no. Or who's more decisive, and women like to think things out differently. It took me many years to understand and to respond and to respect that. I think that's what a lot of men do wrong. They can look at a woman and they're like, she doesn't know exactly what she wants. Oh, yes, she does. She just wants to make sure that that decision she's making is a decision that she's going to be good with. So there is a difference between designing for men and for women. And there's a difference between, in different religions. And sometimes there is a difference when somebody wants to be very out with themselves, gay-wise or not gay, and they want a little bit more pizzazz. Yeah, there is differences. But that's when you come to me and you tell me, I want to look tough, or I want to be a little soft, and this is what you tell stores when you go in. It's a one-to-one. You may never see those people again, so don't be afraid to tell them. When I'm fabric shopping, I tell them, I need a fabric that's going to hold up, that's going to be strong. I make clothes for the bishop, for Western New York, for 2 different bishops. And when I used to do it, black polyester suits, single, this and that, and we had a bishop named Bishop Head, God bless him, he's in heaven, and he said to me, you're the only man that bosses me around. Because I would say, move this and do that and do this, because I had to be in control for me to make him that right suit. I had to tell him, this is how many times you dry clean it, Bishop. You wear it this many times, and then you dry clean it. You do this, you dry clean it, the fabric will hold up better. I explained to him, when you dry clean a jacket, you dry clean the pant, all at the same time, so colors don't change. Fabrics don't change. So they look like a suit, like it's supposed to. When should you get a suit made? When you can afford it? Or when you think that your body doesn't fit into a regular jacket. I made it for a lot of Buffalo Bills. I did it for a lot of Sabres. I did it for different players from the Giants. I made those, because they were like 54 or 32 waist, and then they had the booty, and I did a little bit for everybody. I did things for people that came off the street and said, I have a gun and I need to hide it. You need to make me a secret pocket they had. It's a connection you get with your tailor. It's a connection relationship that you feel comfortable saying. People asked me once, do you get afraid, some of these people? Because I came in and I would have these customers and I would smell this. And I had this great Jamaican tailor and he's a Jimmy. Do you know this smell? And I'm like, no. He goes, it's skunk. It's like a thing from drugs. And I didn't know. I didn't care. I didn't judge him because of it. And I didn't, charge him less or charge him more. He was just a client to me. He was somebody with need to have a suit that met what he wanted, that had the pockets and the look that he wanted that nobody else had. If you learn something from all these videos, it's not to judge. I'm not a regular gay guy because I'm not just gay. I'm not a regular designer because I'm more than that. And you're not regular. You're not just a housewife or a mom or a dad or a nurse or a doctor or a video guy. You're not just that. You are way more than that. I started doing these videos because in my clothing stores, every time somebody left, they left with a little bit of me, a little bit more confidence, advice. And somebody told us, that we all know who Giovanni is, told me many years ago, you need to get out there and let other people feel the love. Let other people feel the knowledge that somehow is created in you. Believe me, I've been doing this for 30 years, but God started this in me. He dropped me the seed. He gave me that thing to let people know how fantastic and how great they are, and that their imperfections can work for them. And if you're a Buffalo Bill or if you're a guy watching the Bills on TV, what's the difference? Nothing. They're both fabulous people in different ways. If the guy wasn't watching TV, that Buffalo Bill wouldn't be making that salary that he made. It's a team. We're all on the same team. Now, lately, I've been seeing so much about all this separation of people. But we're all on the same team. COVID attacked the team, not just you. So every day it's a different day. Every day is difficult for us because we don't have the same routine. You're not putting on that single-breasted with the 3 buttons without the cuff on the bottom, with the pockets that just look perfect on a man. They don't open. We're not just those people anymore. We have changed. We are better. You are better. We also want to learn that as a team, we want to help each other. So please subscribe, share it with your friends, and give me a thumbs up if you like it. We're going to get through life together, fashion together. When this is all done, we're going to be the best, fashionable, smartest, strongest people that anybody thought they could be. So I want you to stay tuned for my little advice, how you could be better. We all could be better. I know I can be. And that's why I'm doing this, is to not only give you guys that encouragement, but it bounces right back. And I feel it. I want you to feel it. So I love you. Stay tuned. I'll be back in 1 minute. Okay, guys, the tip of the day is I take a gel every morning from apple cider vinegar. It is the best. It's something that makes me feel better. It's great for my skin. It's great for my diet. And it made a difference in my body. So if you want to try it, go right ahead. I love it. This is not a product that is sponsored by me or for me. It's just a little advice from me to you. Just one more thing for you to have.